Hi, and welcome back to Inspired Alchemy with Lizzie. This is episode 38. And today is going to be just a modge podge, I think, of things that I am feeling. Like, I'm feeling very soft today. I know my last episode was very heated and it was very passionate. And while this one is still going to be passionate, it's much softer. And that's how it goes in this journey. So I woke up this morning with so much gratitude for this journey. No matter how hard it might get sometimes, how challenging it might get, how much things may not make sense, even though you become more aligned, things might make less sense. Your world will, the old world will fall away, things will feel like they're crumbling, and you just have to sit in it. And then you have to decide how you're going to rebuild. The more I go deeper into this journey with myself, the more I learn about the intimacy and what that really is with not just myself, but with other people. The more I recognize my patterns, the less I allow them to control me, the more aligned I become. I can see my self-sabotaging patterns a mile away now. I know that I have ones that I have not discovered yet, but the ones that I have discovered, I can see them from a mile away. And I'm not sure if you heard that, but there was a car speeding very quickly down my street. um, but yeah, this journey has been a very interesting one. Not one that I expected at all. I didn't expect life to be like it is, but yet I'm still allowing myself to feel the slow burn of what is coming instead of trying to force it. I am allowing myself to sit in. I'm allowing myself to sit in the uncertainty of what's next and just following the next inspired action, the next thing I feel called to do. And while I'm not doing perfectly at all with any of this, what is perfect, anyways? It doesn't exist. Perfection doesn't exist. Again, I understand that I still have my flaws. I get it. And they will probably be things that will follow me throughout my life. But a lot of things I have already rewired my brain for. And other things I am learning how to control is not the right word, but that's the only word I can come up with for right now. I'm rewiring the way that I think, which is rewiring my entire body chemistry from my nervous system outward. Again, there are a lot of things that I have to work on, and the deeper layers have brought up other health things, which I'm taking care of, working on. And, but I'm saying all of this because at one point I thought, oh wow, I've gotten so far in my journey. And while I had gotten really far and healed a lot of things, and I had gotten to this point in my health where I was feeling good, there were still so many layers that I wasn't going into. I hadn't worked on my nervous system. I thought I hadn't. And that was a hard blow to realize, oh, no, you were just kind of disassociating. You weren't regulated. And being regulated doesn't mean that you're calm all the time. It just means that as the emotions come, you can allow them in and you can process them a lot easier. So you can still feel angry and be regulated. You can still feel sad and be regulated. It's how you bounce back. And nervous system regulation has been huge for me. I cannot express the depth of gratitude I have for this journey and the person who started and helped me start facilitating this journey. I'm kind of at a loss for words. There are no human words that we have in our vocabulary, which is extensive. It's just this deep feeling of gratitude. Because where I am now is the most whole I've ever been in my entire life. And again, I know that this is all over the place, but I'm hoping that it'll be cohesive. I'm just kind of spewing thoughts at the moment. My nervous system regulation and finding my pieces has allowed me to become a better mother, a better friend, a better person overall. And that hasn't been without not faults. That hasn't been without its issues either. Because as you become more yourself and you allow less toxic behavior or other behaviors that are harmful to you, people will start lashing out at your boundaries. Remember, the people that get mad at you having boundaries are the people that benefited from you not having them. Being able to be on this journey of self-discovery, of perpetual alchemy, has been something that I never thought possible. And in this, it's allowing me to become more vulnerable in all ways. Does vulnerability still scare me? Abso-freaking-lutely. Does it still scare me, the idea of allowing myself to be fully seen? And I'm not talking about just online, because anybody can put anything online, but actually be seen in quiet spaces. Spaces where you wouldn't normally cry but feel comfortable to. Spaces where you are seen when no words are spoken. And I'm finding more of that. And it's beautiful. This has just been a beautiful journey of seeing who I really am, seeing what the world really is, and seeing people for who they really are. Acknowledging that everyone has their own challenges, not just me. And I never thought that, but really seeing people for who they are and accepting them there. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to accept people's behavior. This doesn't mean you have to accept behavior from yourself. We can always do better. But when we see where people are coming from, and we can see who they are, it helps us understand where they're coming from and also what we're willing to accept and what we're not willing to accept. And what behaviors we are willing to accept and not accept from ourselves. And when we allow ourselves to sit in this space, like today, like I said, I'm very soft. I am just kind of allowing things to flow out as I think of them. And there's just this warmth within me that, again, I don't really have words for, but I feel good and I feel calm. And even though a lot of things are happening around me, I'm curious. I stay curious about what's to come, but not forcing anything. Allowing myself to just move along this journey, meet new people, allowing myself to open up more and more to people I already know, allowing myself to sit in discomfort, knowing that better days will come, better times will come. And just because you're having a rough moment doesn't mean it's going to be a rough day. I used to start my morning off thinking, wow, this already happened to me this morning. Today's going to be bad. I don't do that anymore. I don't think that I have done that in a long time. But it's becoming more and more so where I'm just allowing things to flow. It's like, oh, that was just a moment. Okay, we're going to get through that. Allowing me to do this, allowing myself this opportunity to become more of who I am, allowing myself to be seen, being consistent in things like my sessions for myself, being consistent with posting these episodes, no matter how messy I feel they are, being consistent in other things on my habit tracking scale, or not scale, it's a habit tracker. It has allowed me to see where I need work, what things are no longer serving me, and what I can add in to become more myself. Saying yes to things that I need and not feeling guilty about it, or feeling less guilty than I would have in the past. And saying no when I really want to say no. Because, again, I'm a recovering people pleaser. And I know that that can be a hard loop to get out of, a very challenging loop to get out of, but it is possible. And allowing myself to do all of these things is giving permission to my daughter to do the same. And we have recently started working on her nervous system and getting her health, which is really important that she's in good health because she is an athlete. But her watching what I'm doing, even if I don't think it's significant at the time, is giving her the permission to do the same thing. And at this age, at almost 15, that is extremely important. The growth that I've seen in her over the past year has been absolutely beautiful. But sometimes our kids' growth starts with us. And I've said this before. If we are unwilling to rewire our brains, if we are unwilling to navigate our lives and really dig deep and really listen and really get curious about what it is our soul is calling us to, if we are unwilling to regulate ourselves and we just continue to go on saying, this is just how I've always been, our kids are going to do the same thing. But seeing her growth pushes me even harder, pushes me even more. What else is possible? If all of these things, all of these good things have happened, what else is possible? And then just allowing it to happen and unfold as I unravel and rebuild. Again, I know this was all over the place today. It's just where I'm at. And I like to be honest with where I'm at. And today, gratitude is the biggest thing. And I'm inspired. And I thought it was important to share that, because while we can share a lot of challenging things that happen to us, it's always beautiful to share the good things, to share hope. And that's what I wanted to do today, to show you what is possible, because I never thought any of this was. I didn't know what was possible, but I didn't think this was. And I am excited to continue on this journey. And I'm excited to eventually be able to facilitate the same things for other people. And that's where I am today. These are core values of Inspired Alchemy. This is Inspired Perpetual Alchemy. And as I rebuild myself and evolve, Inspired Alchemy will evolve as well. If you are looking for a community where you can feel seen and heard, we do have the Inspired Alchemy Collective. It's a private Facebook group where you can come and just be. And I am also building Black Cathedral. And these are two communities that are very much my soul. I hope that even though this was a little bit softer and a little bit more, I don't know the word. I would say out there, but it's not really out there. It's just a mishmash of thoughts for today. That it helps you in some way, that it's helping somebody listening, even if it just means consistency. Realizing that consistency is important. Rest is important. Regulation is important. Loving yourself is important. Where you are, not who you want to be, but where you are now. Love yourself for where you are now. Are there ways that we can be better? Absolutely. But you can't get farther wishing you were someone else if you're hating yourself now. You have to love yourself where you're at. Allow yourself to be seen and held where you're at. And that will give you the strength to continue to move forward into who you want to be. Again, you're not broken. Don't pay attention to I just got caught up. Don't pay attention to society's standards. Think outside the box. Follow your soul. And things will get better. Thank you for being here with me. I do not take your time for granted. It is a precious resource that we cannot get back. So thank you for spending that time with me in this messiness that is alchemy. And until next time, keep creating alchemy. Keep going, alchemists. You got this. I believe in you.